Welcome to the last episode of draft season for the semester. Um, it's been a fun ride, but so let's end this semester with a banger. So first up, Derek Carr. Looks like he might be out for a bit of the season. So we are seeing a lot of mock drafts with Shedeur Sander going to the Saints. It looks like mock draft people don't know what to do with Shedeur, and they always try to put him in the top of the first. And now that there is an opening up, Shedeur is being consistently mocked to the Saints, specifically in this new CBS mock draft that just came out today. We have Shedeur going at 9. Which it is starting to look very clear that Cam Ward will be a Tennessee Titan for the start of the season. There was a lot of talk about Abdul Carter going there, but the more draft season goes on, the more he's being mocked to Tennessee. But we're almost done. There's only 11 days until the draft. Very exciting. It's in Green Bay this year, which interesting. I wouldn't put it there, but that's just me. But I am seeing, so obviously, like I said, Cam Ward being mocked to the Titans consistently, and it looking like the top 3 picks are definitely going to be Cam Ward, Abdul Carter, and Travis Hunter. It's just, in what order do Carter and Hunter go? I could see Hunter going to the Browns, but I think it'd be smarter if Carter went to the Browns. I think him and Myles Garrett would be just insane to play against. Oh, this is interesting. This mock draft. This is a different mock draft. This is at NFL.com mock draft. He has Mason Graham going to the Patriots. One spot that he usually. But I've been saying this for the last couple of weeks. He's been pretty consistently mocked at number 5 to the Jags, which Patriots need help on their offense, and I get Mason Graham would not be a bad pick. I think he's most scouts pick to be the most surefire thing in this draft. But another interesting thing, he has the Jags taking Ashton Jeanty. I have not seen this one at all. Very interesting. Don't love that pick. The Jags have so many more needs than a running back. Not a fan of that at all. They could spend draft capital anywhere else. That'd be an actually bad pick. And he has the Raiders going with Will Campbell. Man, this draft is all over the place. I don't think this is necessarily a bad pick. Well, besides the fact that I've said numerous times that I'm not that big of a Will Campbell fan. But, I don't know. Raiders do need offensive line, and Geno has been with a horrible offensive line for the past couple of years with Seattle. So being able to actually give Geno time in the pocket would be a great thing. And then he has the Jets going with Armand Membao from Missouri, the offensive tackle. They definitely need. I think that's a great pick for the Jets. They need offensive line before they even try anything else. They need to take offensive line. And then interesting, he has the Cowboys trading up with the Panthers to take Jalen Walker. This is something that I could see happen. I like Jalen Walker a lot. He's my number 2 edge, right behind Abdul Carter. I love watching this dude play. and feel like Jalen Walker and Micah Parsons would be an insane duo in Dallas. That wouldn't even be fair. And then yet another mock draft here at 9. They have the Saints taking Shedeur Sanders. All these mock drafts are probably definitely going to have Shedeur Sanders at 9. But then he has the Bears taking Mykel Williams, the other edge from Georgia. I'm not that big of a Mykel Williams fan, to be honest. But it wouldn't be the worst pick ever, especially since all of the top players that the Bears would need would be gone. It would definitely hurt. But I feel like Mykel Williams would probably be the best pick there. Real quick, I'm going to skip ahead in this draft. I'm going to see... Okay, so they have 2 running backs so far. I've been seeing a lot of talk about... Okay, he's not. A lot of talk about TreVeyon Henderson starting to go in the first round, which I could definitely see. I think he's well worth a first round pick. He is my second favorite running back in this draft, second to Ashton Jeanty, of course. But yeah, I've seen a lot of those. We'll probably go through some more mock drafts and see what they all have. But yep, another Omarion Hampton. Yep. All right, so we're gonna keep going. This we stopped at number 11. This is the high. I think this is the highest I've seen Derek Harmon go, the defensive tackle from Oregon. I feel like that is a good pick. Trying to think what else could the 49ers need. I feel like that is actually a really good pick. Defensive tackle there. They could really go anywhere. Their offensive line could use some beefing up, but the defense could be better. Especially that defensive line, being able to just get Nick Bosa some help. I feel like that'd be a great pick. But then, with the Panthers trading back in this mock draft, he has them taking Jahdae Barron, the fast corner, who ran the 4.39 40-yard dash. Carolina did just re-sign JC, their number 1 corner, J.C. Horn, to a big deal through 2029. So if they were able to get Barron, which they definitely have bigger holes, I don't know. If I'm a Panthers fan, I probably want them to go edge to kind of fill the hole of Brian Burns. But yeah, the secondary would be very good, so I wouldn't be too mad. A speedy corner is always a fun thing to have. So yeah, I wouldn't be too mad about that. Miami Dolphins, they need offensive line badly, and this is what they get here. Josh Simmons, Ohio State, offensive tackle. Dolphins definitely need offensive line. They need to draft offensive line in this draft. But I don't know how much I would trust an injury-prone prospect, especially on the offensive line. Sometimes the best ability is availability, and Josh Simmons would. I don't know if he can stay healthy. I don't know. A lot of people say that Josh Simmons would be the number 1 tackle in this class without the injury. So, I don't know. But another pick, seen a lot of tight ends to Indianapolis. Mostly Tyler Warren, but he has Colts taking Colston Loveland here, so a little different pick. Which I think tight end, Colts should go tight end. It's the chalky pick right now, but I think it'd be fun to watch. Now 15 Falcons. Oh boy, is the Falcons going corner here? Ugh, yikes. Falcons need edge. They had no pressure last year. Um, Penix played really good in his games, but the defense failed him every single time. Um, and most of that issue is because of the defensive line. They need to get pressure, and if they don't go edge here, I think Atlanta will burn down. Um, but for here, who does he have available for edge? Um, Shamar Stewart from Texas A&M still hasn't come off the board for him, and then Mike Green. Mike Green would be, if I was a Falcons fan, I'd be very upset if they did not go edge. That is their number one position of need, and Will Johnson would not fill that edge need. It certainly fills the defensive need, but they need edge very badly. Then he has the Cardinals. Um, has him going Matthew Golden here, the Texas wide receiver. I get it. He's really fast. 4.29. Cardinals have Marvin Harrison Jr. and Michael Wilson, and new freshly paid Trey McBride. So I'm not a big fan of this one either. They have other needs. They could easily take a slot guy in the later rounds. They don't really need. They could fill bigger holes here. But yeah, Cardinals definitely have bigger needs than just wide receiver. Oh boy, I'm looking at another mock draft now that has the Cardinals taking Tet McMillan, another big-bodied wide receiver from Arizona. That would just be that would not be a good decision. Like I said, they have bigger needs. Their wide receiver core is actually pretty good. Marvin Harrison Jr. should take a big jump this year. And Michael Michael Wilson is a really good wide receiver too. And then they also have a great one of the best young tight ends in football. But I think it would be smarter if the Cardinals went, offensive line maybe strengthen up that defense a little bit. But whatever. Then on to the Bengals. They have them taking Malachi Starks here, which Joe Burrow needs help on the defensive side. He also needs offensive line help, but Joe Burrow can he can make up for his offensive line with his elite play. He can't play for his defense though, and I think this is mostly the chalky pick of Bengals going safety here, and Malachi Starks would be a great pick. Probably not going to spend too much time on the back half of this draft, but Seattle Seahawks taking Gray Zabel, interior offensive lineman. That's a great pick. Seahawks should go offensive line here no matter what. Then he has the Chargers trading up to the Buccaneers spot and drafting the other tight end, Tyler Warren, which could interesting. I think tight end is mostly the pick that people have the Chargers taking, especially with Colson Loveland being from Michigan, but taking the Penn State tight end here instead. It could happen. But number 20, Denver Broncos. I think if he's here, they should take him. Tet McMillan, the wide receiver from Arizona. He is my number 2 wide receiver in this draft. And I think him going this high, falling this much, I think he's going to be the steal of the draft here. And giving Bo Nix a big target is a must. But then to the Steelers, I've seen a lot of Jackson Dart here, but this mock has them going Marion Hampton, North Carolina running back. I've seen a lot of Marion Hampton to the Broncos, but with McMillan there, they absolutely have to go McMillan every single time and save running back for a later time of the draft. But Broncos definitely need running back in this draft. Um, that would be interesting. Um, I don't know how I'd feel about that. I feel like that'd actually be a pretty good pick. I like Omarion Hampton a lot. I think he's definitely worth a first round pick. He is my number 3 running back in this class. But yeah, I think that'd be a fun pick. Um, yeah, I like that. Then number 22, Buccaneers trading back, take Kenneth Grant. Um, hmm. They have him going defensive tackle Kenneth Grant here. They already have Vita Vea, and then they also have Kalijah Cansey, who was a defensive tackle at Pitt, and I want to say they're putting him on the outside now, and having them rush the passer. So that D line would be elite. Adding Kenneth Grant there, um, I don't know, that'd be fun. I could see it. But moving on to the Packers, they have him going corner Trey Amos here from Mississippi. With Jair Alexander being a big question mark over there in Green Bay, it definitely makes sense that the Packers go corner. And honestly, I'd be surprised if they didn't go corner in this draft. But moving on to 24, they have the Patriots trading up with the Vikings back into the first round and taking Calvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle from Texas. He's expected to go much higher in the draft, and if they were to fall, I think if Banks were to fall, it would be very smart for the Patriots to trade back up into the draft to take their future. I don't know if he's going to be able to. I don't know where they want him to play. He could be left tackle. He could be a blindside blocker at left tackle. But I could also see him moving inside. Patriots O-line just needs help, and that'd be a big help. Then 25, Texans with Josh Connerly Jr., offensive tackle from Oregon. I think that'd be a really good pick. Texans offensive line was definitely not the best. Their offensive line definitely took a major step back from C.J. Stroud's rookie year, and being able to add Connerly would be a very good fit. But then 26 has the Lions trading up to draft edge rusher Shamar Stewart. Stewart is... he's the athletic freak, and he's going to be a big developmental guy. So I don't know if the Lions would do this. I don't know. I say the Lions definitely need edge, given that they didn't. They released Darius Smith. But there is talks that the Lions could be resigning him to a cheaper deal, which would be smart. And then taking a developmental guy like Stewart here would make a lot more sense. And being able to have him develop behind Aiden Hutchinson and Zadarius Smith. But then he has Ravens going Nick Emanuari, safety from South Carolina. Another athletic freak here. That'd be fun, seeing Kyle Hamilton and Nick Emanuari play next to each other in the secondary, both safeties. That'd be a lot of fun to watch. But 28, Rams taking Jahad Campbell. Interesting. I think this is the lowest I've seen Campbell go, and this feels like I don't know where to put him. Let's just throw him to the Rams mock draft here, which is fine. I don't know what the Rams do in the draft here. I could see him going offensive line maybe, but yeah, we're gonna be quick for the end of this. Then Siobhan Revel Jr. To the Washington Commanders. I think I've been seeing that pick a lot lately. I think it'd be a good pick. He did tear his ACL at the beginning of the season, and so him falling to the end of the first round, being able to fall to a playoff caliber team would be huge for him and whoever picks him. But number 30, Buffalo Bills, Walter Nolan defensive tackle from Mississippi. I think I've been seeing this a lot. Buffalo Bills mostly going D tackle. Definitely see him go maybe wide receiver here too. Um, yeah, I think I've mostly been seeing defensive tackles for the Bills here though. But and Walter Nolan would fit that. But then he has the Kansas City Chiefs taking Mike Green, which would not be a big fan of at all because I love Mike Green and don't want to see him on the Chiefs. Um, I think it'd be very dumb for a lot of these edge needy teams to pass on him. Um, he was talked about second round for a lot of this draft season, but ended up going starting to get some first round talk, and then I think I've seen him as high as pick 8 with the Panthers, but Mike Green should definitely be a lot higher. And then last, I've been seeing this pick a lot. Eagles taking Donovan Ezraku, the edge from Boston College. I've seen this pick a ton. Yeah, I've seen this pick a ton, and I think it'd be good. Eagles could always use more defense, even though their defense is out. Eagles don't really have that many holes anywhere on that team. That team is very good. But we're gonna look at Pro Football Network mock draft here. Again, another chalk pick, Cam Ward to the Tennessee Titans, and then Abdul Carter to the Browns, Travis Hunter to the Giants. So a lot of normal stuff. And then we're seeing different from the previous mock draft, but pretty chalk here still. Will Campbell to the Patriots, seen that a ton. Mason Graham to the Jaguars, seen that a ton. Genty to the Raiders, seen that a ton. I'd be sad. Whoa, this is new. This draft has the Steelers trading up to number 7 with the Jets and taking Shedeur Sanders. That'd be a huge pick. I don't see the Steelers doing that, but it would be really funny. But number 8, Panthers are going Shamar Stewart. Like I said, I've seen the Panthers go mostly edge. And I don't feel like that'd be the best pick ever. I think there are better edges in this class. But maybe the Panthers want one of those physical freaks they can use to develop and maybe become a top 5 guy in the league. But Saints have him taking Will Johnson here. Before Shedeur started getting mocked to the Saints, Will Johnson was the consensus. So with the Steelers trading up here, makes sense that the Saints stick with Will Johnson. Then he has the Bears going offensive line. Armand Membao, wouldn't be mad at that at all. We need offensive line. I could see him staying outside at tackle or going inside to guard. And normal pick for the 49ers, Josh Simmons, offensive tackle, Ohio State. Seen that a ton. I think 49ers probably go offensive line. Yeah, this is a very toned down mock draft compared to the last one. But seen this pick a bit. Amarian Hampton to the Cowboys. I think that'd be pretty fun. Yeah, I think that actually I could definitely see Cowboys doing that. I feel like Jerry will love Amarian. If he can't get Genty, I feel like he'll definitely want the second best running back consensus wise in this draft, and I think that'd be a good fit. And then I love this fit, Calvin Banks Jr. to the Dolphins. I feel like Banks probably has the highest ceiling out of everyone in this class. But yeah, like I said, Miami Dolphins need offensive line badly, and Banks would fill that hole very well. And I think he could play anywhere really. And number 14, Indianapolis Colts, another chalk pick here. Tyler Warren, I think that's a very fun pick. Really normal pick there. Another normal pick, Atlanta Falcons taking Jalen Walker. I think they should definitely the Falcons definitely need edge no matter what, and Jalen Walker would definitely fill that. And I've said before, I'm a big Jalen Walker fan. Then 16, Arizona Cardinals taking Michael Williams. Could definitely see that. Um, I think Cardinals definitely need edge help, or just defense help in general the most. So seeing wide receivers go to them, not a big fan of. But Michael Williams could definitely see that happening. Um, Cincinnati Bengals have them going. Walter Nolan, defensive tackle, Ole Miss. I think if the Bengals aren't going safety in these, I've seen a lot of defensive tackle. So I think the Bengals definitely go on the defensive side of this draft. Now that the Bengals both extended Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, but they definitely need to upgrade that defense there. Then this is a pick I haven't really seen that much. Seattle Seahawks, after trading DK Metcalf, taking Ted McMillan, the wide receiver from Arizona. I feel like this would be a good pick, but it wouldn't. I think McMillan is going to be a surefire thing in the NFL. I'm a big fan, but that offensive line is awful, and I don't think Sam Darnold is as good as a quarterback as Geno Smith, and I think he is going to absolutely die behind that Seahawks offensive line. They need to take offensive line here, and it's going to be a big problem. The Seahawks already have Jackson Smith-Njigba, which it would be nice to have to get that DK Metcalf replacement in McMillan, but they need offensive line. But number 19, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, have them going Jahdae Barron, corner from Texas, the speed back. I think this would be fun. Bucks D is really good, like I said. Defensive line is good with Vita Vea and Kalijah Cansey, and adding a very speedy corner would be a lot of fun. But then he has the Broncos taking Matthew Golden, wide receiver from Texas. I think Broncos need to go wide receiver here no matter what. I think it'd be the smart pick no matter what, and they should go whatever the top wide receiver is in this draft. They should go there. I could also see Broncos waiting a little bit and grabbing Tez Johnson for Bo Nix, given that very close at Oregon. But then number 21, the Jets taking Colston Loveland. Since they moved back, I don't know if I've seen this really. I've seen Tyler Warren, I think, but I don't think I've seen Loveland to the Jets. I could see it. Like I said, I think the Jets should definitely go offensive line here. But I'm going to say that for most teams, I think offensive line is the most important position group in the NFL. But that wouldn't be a horrible pick. But number 22, they have the Bengals trading back into the first round, and trading away Trey Hendrickson to the Chargers, and have them taking Mike Green here. Yeah, that'd be definitely a big trade on draft day. That'd be a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm a big Mike Green fan. Personally, I'd rather have Trey Hendrickson. But Hendrickson is going to be expensive. But yeah, that'd be something. Packers going Derek Harmon here, defensive tackle from Oregon. I think Packers go defense no matter what here. I think that's probably a good pick. I like Harmon. I think he's gonna be good tackle in this league, or D tackle in this league. Then they have the Minnesota Vikings take Nick Emmanuel, safety from South Carolina. I think safety is mostly the pick I've seen the Vikings take, and why not take one of the biggest physical freaks in this class? I think this would be a great pick. Vikings could definitely use some defense here. Then this is a great pick here. I really like this pick a lot. Houston Texans taking Tyler Booker, guard from Alabama. I don't think there's anything wrong with this pick. I really like this pick actually. Gives some great protection to C.J. Stroud. But number 26, L.A. Rams. Another Jahad Campbell. I think another of the Jahad Campbell falls. Where do we put him? Throw him to the Rams. But this could definitely happen in the actual draft. Strengthening up that defense. I feel like Rams definitely need offensive line though. Like I've said for pretty much every team. Every team needs offensive line. But yeah, 27 is another wild one. The Giants trade back into the draft, into the first round, I mean, with the Ravens and take Jackson Dart, quarterback from Ole Miss. I like that. I think Dart definitely needs to sit. But I think most quarterbacks need to sit before they start, and I think this would be a great pick. Here they're not giving up that much. They're giving up the 34th overall pick and the 99th overall pick. So I think this would be definitely worth it to try to grab your QB of the future. But yeah, and then number 28, Lions taking Gray Zabel. Could definitely see this happen. Big Zabel fan. I think Lions definitely have one of the best offensive lines in football, and this would just be strengthening it even more. Nothing wrong with that pick. I like this pick here. It has the Commanders taking Emeka Egbuka, wide receiver from Ohio State. Like I've said before, I don't think Egbuka is anything special. I think he's a very solid wide receiver too. And I don't know how people would feel about taking a wide receiver 2 in the first round. But yeah, I think that'd be a good pick. Have him opposite side of Scary Terry over there. Then Buffalo Bills, another defensive pick. Going safety here, Malachi Starks. I've seen this pick a ton. Nothing wrong with that pick. Pick 31, Kansas City Chiefs. Going offensive line here. I've seen mostly Josh Connolly Jr. when they go offensive line here, and I think this is the smartest pick for the Chiefs. I think this is definitely the smartest pick. Mahomes definitely needs some help on the O-line this year. But number 32, Philadelphia Eagles, last pick in this mock draft. I'm going James Pierce Jr., edge from Tennessee. This should be fun. With Josh Sweat leaving, Eagles could use another edge. Pierce, I think, is probably more of a developmental guy. I'm not that big of a fan of James Pierce, but I feel like Eagles would be able to get everything out of him. But that is the last mock draft here. Man, it's been fun. It's been a long semester, and almost to the draft. I'm excited to see what happens. See what mock drafts were right. See if how my predictions go. But yeah, overall, really fun semester. This has been fun, and thank you for listening. See ya.